Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Colio here, and I came here to tell y'all an amazing story. Well, not so amazing for me or my friends whatsoever. That really kind of sucked, honestly. But before I get to that, I shared my last video on a few subreddits, and I just really want to thank the people that responded and gave me some feedback, especially that one guy. You know who you are. You are lit. And I hope you all have a nice day. Let's get into this story. This is a story about how I almost got arrested while hotboxing in my girlfriend's car. So the day started pretty normal, we all were we back at school at the time? I think we were, but I'm not too sure. But me and all my friends were like, hey, do you want to do some hooligan shit? You want to drink and smoke in the car? And they're like, hell yeah, because that's all we really did back then. That's all we do now, honestly. But me and my friend, call him Jonathan. Yeah, me and my friend Jonathan, we were hotboxing in the car, and this was pretty early on. So it's not to the point where a bunch of people are noticing what we're doing, but we've got this little bottle of vodka that we got from this shop. I think around here it's called Juno's or something like that. But it was really good alcohol. I'm not gonna lie, it was awesome. It was one of the best ones I've ever had. I would highly recommend it. I think it's called Jorvik. But we got a couple of other people with us. I was like, hey, you want to meet up? You want to hotbox in my girlfriend's car? That sounds fucking lit, right? And they're like, oh, hell yeah, that does sound lit. Let's do it, boy. And this was I think 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And we haven't aroused too much suspicion. But, we go to the store. The corner store, it's right by my house, right up the street. We go to this corner store and we go to get gars, and I went in the store and I saw one of my friends, and I was talking about hey, we're about to get lit as fuck. And I don't know what happened, but maybe I think that the store clerk heard something, and he was like, hey, that's kind of fishy, that's suspicious. These kids are trying to have fun. There's no fun allowed over here. Not in these parts. I guess that's what he was thinking, because I really don't know who called the cops on us in the end. But we got back to where we were hanging out, which was this parking lot inside of a trailer park. And we started rolling some nice blunts. I'm talking about this was some gas. But by that time we had finished the bottle. And my homie, I think let's call him Chris. My homie Chris was fucking coughing like a motherfucker. He's like, oh, I gotta get out the car, man. I gotta get out the car. And then all of us were just being like, "Ha, you're a pussy. He can't hang. He can't chill." And he was like, "Fuck you guys." And I was like, LMAO. He can't hang. So we called someone else who brought a 5-gram bag so we could do some more blunts, right? And this was probably 11 o'clock. And what happened next is we had already smoked the blunts down. We were just chilling in the car, fucking laughing and shit. But out of the corner of my other homie's eye, he's like, hey bro, there's a cop. And he's like, hide this. And it's this 5-gram bag of weed. And I'm just sitting here. I'm just like, what's going on? And I see the cop car, but I don't think anything of it, because I think that he's just rolling by. I didn't think we raised that much suspicion. But the dude I called to come over here, he had his 5-gram bag. He left the bag there. And what happened was he was like, oh, yeah, hide this. And we were like, yo, what the fuck are we supposed to do? So he runs off. He runs off wherever. I guess he ran home. But since he ran out and the cops see him run for whatever reason, they're like, hey, they're thinking, hey, that's probably a little bit suspicious. And then I imagine they're like, hey, let's go check that out. These kids are doing something kind of sus. But we shut the door. We turn off all the lights in the car. We're just chilling. And then the lights turn on. And that's when my life flashes before my eyes. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to drop the soap today. Please, good Lord in the sky, help me. Please help me right now. I don't want to end out like 6ix9ine. But eventually the cops fucking head over to us, right? And he knocks on the driver's seat window, and my girlfriend's just sitting there fucking laughing. And she's like, oh. And I'm like, yo, we're all like, can you shut the fuck up? Stop laughing, dude. And she like opens the window, right? And a whole giant cloud of smoke just comes out and just goes into that one cop's face. And he's like, oh shit. Like he had that, oh shit, that's some gas look. And it was, oh my god, I knew we were absolutely fucked. And so he's like, I'm gonna need you all to step out of the car. And we're all just faded as fuck, and we have to step out of the car. We're all scared and shit. And then like he's like, the cops are like, so what are y'all doing here? Y'all smoking? And we're like, yeah, we are. And then he's like, I'm gonna need to search you all. And my other homie that was there, I think I called him Jonathan. He had his dab pen on him too, so we were chiefing off that in the car, and he hid that in his like sock. But they patted us down. They searched our pockets and shit. Didn't find anything. They didn't find the big ass roach that was in my pocket, which I'm happy for because I'm not trying to get caught up. Doesn't sound very fun. But then he tells us to sit down, and we're all just sitting here like, oh god, what's gonna happen? Because no one knows what's gonna happen. But they ask us whose weed is it and all that, and no one wanted to fess up. But someone, I don't know who told, but someone told who it was. It was crazy. But then they said, hey, no, not all of you has to go to jail tonight, but at least one of you is going to jail tonight. And we're all just sitting here like, oh fuck. But eventually they tell the driver to like stand up and shit, and put her hands behind her back. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is the fucking worst thing to ever happen. Like, I thought that I was invincible. I was a little hoodlum. I could get away with anything, Like, that's just what you think. But that's not how it went. But after they arrested the driver for like a night, they told us all right, y'all can just go home. Like, they told me and my friend Jonathan that we could go home, but my homie Chris was like, he was like, I think he was like 14 at the time, so they had to drive him home, and his parents weren't there, so they're all just like, all right, are you gonna go to sleep? And he's like, yeah. And then they left. I mean, I guess this is a lesson. Like, don't hotbox in the middle of a trailer park. That's just not a smart idea. If you're gonna hotbox and do it in some like isolated neighborhood where like no one's paying attention or some shit, because this was a really, really bad idea. Don't do what I do. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Stay lit.